Turkey is heading for economic collapse, Ashmore says. President Erdogan risks pushing Turkey's economy into an economic collapse, similar to those seen in Latin America under populist regimes, according to Ashmore. While more diversified than Venezuela's oil-dependent economy, Turkey is currently on a very similar path of policy missteps that are likely to lead to ruin. Capital controls, nationalization, and other policies designed to prevent the private sector from protecting its property as the macroeconomic environment deteriorates are the next logical policy steps that will follow in Turkey. Jan Dane, the London-based head of research at Ashmore, said in emailed comments. His comments came after Erdogan rattled markets by dismissing central bank governor Murat Setinkaya early Saturday. The longer he delays, and this applies to all these populist policymakers actually, this is an excellent analysis. The longer he delays, the bigger the cost, which is why politicians who go down the heterodox route rarely change tack, and they almost certainly end in a crisis. Here is his characterization of the decline. Bad economic policies begin to extract a political cost. Instead of fixing the causes of the underlying economic problem, the government decides to attack the symptoms of the problem, such as inflation, slower growth, weaker currency, and slowing investment. The real problems, meanwhile, are ignored and get worse. They include bad monetary policies, increasing interventionism, failure to develop local financing markets, overly low savings rates, and bad foreign policies. The government also blames other groups instead of itself because this works politically, but it only makes investors and businesses even more worried, as Erdogan will need more and more scapegoats as the economy worsens. As the economic outlook worsens, investors and businesses begin to take action to defend their wealth and livelihoods. This results in capital flight, declining investment, and other hedging strategies. The government starts to blame the private sector for bad performance, taking action to prevent their defensive actions, enter capital controls, nationalization, forced conversion of contracts. Eventually, the government has no financing, no growth, no future, and plunges into a crisis. And this is what I was writing about in August 2018 in an article I called Cold Turkey. And I said, President Erdogan is a Shakespearean figure. He has slayed enemies, real and not real. His chest has been puffed up with pride. He even rescued the Emir of Qatar. But now he has met his match, that match being the market. And Mrs. Thatcher said it in 1998, there is no way in which you can buck the market. Finally, the European Union is considering tough measures against Turkey because of its insistence on natural gas exploration near the coast of Cyprus, European diplomatic sources say, and I think he's taken delivery of those S-400s as well, which is hardly going to make NATO happy.